Minimum purchase. Sealy, Soda, Stearns & Foster, Grand Legacy, Tempur-Pedic. There's still time to save on all mattress brands at Levin's. Save up to $1,000 on Sealy Posturepedic Hybrid, Serta, iComfort, and Luxury Stearns & Foster. Plus up to a $200 gift card. A free power base with any Grand Legacy Restore purchase. Save up to $700 on the new Tempur-Pedic adjustable set and get a free 50-inch TV. Sealy Firm Sets just $288. The Memorial Day mattress sale continues at Levin's. In an instant, the weather can change. Stay with News Radio 1020 KDKA for the most detailed up-to-the-second forecast for AccuWeather. For AccuWeather, meteorologist Dave now thunderstorms, microbursts, or even tornadoes. Can pop up at any time. And the meteorologist of AccuWeather have you covered out to some 24 hours a day. Our best start for the afternoon on 7 days a week. AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Sally Baker, so be prepared. Change the batteries in your radio and listen for continuous weather updates from News Radio 1020 KDKA. From the Chapin Luhana Law Firm Studios, this is the voice of Pittsburgh. News from KDKA Radio now.
Administration officials will head to Singapore after all to try to salvage the canceled summit between North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and President Trump. This as Kim and South Korean President Moon Jae-in met in a surprise summit at the DMZ between the two countries today. The Asia Society's Isaac Stonefish.
It does feel like Moon and Trump do have the same plan, which is let's get the Americans and the North Koreans together and talk.
Stonefish says the South Korean leader doing what he can to keep the momentum going to come to an agreement regarding denuclearizing the Korean peninsula.
A deal without the United States, probably North Korea wouldn't accept it. The U.S. would be very upset. China would also be upset because they want to have the U.S. involved in the North Korean problem. So I really think it's more like Moon is really trying to put the pieces together for Trump, who kind of needs the help.
The on-again, off-again summit in Singapore is scheduled for June 12th. CBS News Update. I'm Bill Rakoff.
CBS Local Offers has a new name and a new home. GetMyPerks.com is your new local lifestyle marketplace. GetMyPerks.com is your next great adventure, your next delicious meal, or your next exciting family outing. Just like you love listening to this radio station, you'll love GetMyPerks.com. New perks are listed all the time. There's one right now. They're available for limited time, so book on GetMyPerks.com and don't miss out.
Hello, everybody. I'm Craig Buffley. Through this month at Wright Buick GMC, lease a 2018 Acadia SLE from $279 a month for 36 months and 10,000 miles per year. You can purchase instead and receive up to $10,000 off the MSRP. With over 90 years of customer satisfaction, believe me, you can't go wrong when you choose Wright. Visit us in Wexford, Route 19, or online at WrightGMCBuick.com. GMC, we are professional grade. $19.99 down plus taxes and plate. Must qualify for GM nameplate and finance through GMF.
With Rite Aid's Wellness Plus Rewards, you get savings on top of savings. On Sunday and Monday, Memorial Day weekend savings. Save big at Rite Aid with Wellness Plus Rewards. Wellness Plus cards required. Offer valid through May 26th. See RiteAid.com for details.
Weekday mornings, 9 to 10. Pittsburgh's watchdog, Marty's on the case. We're no longer friends what we used to be. Go to any convenience store and you'll find iced tea for 99 cents.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that's big. Thanks for telling us. We'll call the FBI.
KDKA. Now, here's the up-to-the-minute AccuWeather forecast brought to you by Dr. Michael Dr. DC, your natural weight loss and diabetes solution.
Mix of clouds and sun this afternoon, warm and more humid with a shower or thunderstorming spots, high to 85. Mainly cloudy tonight with a shower or thunderstorm, low 65. Tomorrow we'll see clouds and some sun with a couple of showers in the thunderstorm, still warm and humid, high 84. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Steve Travis on News Radio 1020.
This program has been paid for by the Weiner Wellness Clinic. It's time to get well naturally. And now back to a special rebroadcast of a classic program from the archives of the late natural health expert, Dr. James Weiner.
Welcome back to the second half of Get Well Naturally. We have this program every Saturday from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Time here on KDK, the original radio station in the world. We are featuring something very special, and that is the Weiner Wellness Week. It's an open house event for the public. You do not have to be a patient of the Weiner Wellness Center. No admission charge. Free parking. free meals, free classes, free health advice, free literature, free sampling of products, and then a huge sale on our products, books, and DVDs. The entire thing's on the first floor, wheelchair accessible, taking place starting Saturday, September 28th, and then resuming Monday, September 30th through Saturday, October 5th at the Weiner Wellness Center, about 5 minutes from South Pittsburgh, about 2 minutes from the Green Tree exit the Parkway, I-376, exit 67. 2419 Baldwick Road. And the phone number of their office for more information, 412-922-WELL, 412-922-9355, or you can go on our Facebook page. We have a flyer up at facebook.com, and then type in Weiner Wellness Center. Once you get on Facebook, W-I-N-E-R, 5 letters like Wanda, people join from R at the end, W-I-N-E-R, Wellness Center. Or go on our own website at drjamesweiner.com. There's some open phone lines, and we've got 3 callers waiting. Kathy, Andrew, Mary. We're going to get to the second, but let me give out the phone number again, 1-866-391-1020. Let's go to Kathy. She wants to talk about basal cell carcinoma, I believe. Kathy, you want to talk to Weiner?
Hi, Dr. Weiner. I went to the dermatologist because I noticed that the side of my nose, by my nostril, looked like a little bit of a lump. And they took a biopsy, and she's pretty certain that it's basal cell cancer.
Well, you could have it cut out, which is probably going to permanently disfigure your face, or you could try putting peroxide followed with Miracle 2 gel on it.
Okay.
Hydrogen peroxide followed by Miracle 2 neutralizer gel, and also move towards a vegetarian diet. We do have some other products that may help, like mycoceutics and turmeric and wobenzyme. So it's your choice whether you just want to treat the symptom by cutting it out, which it could come back and also it will disfigure your nose, or you could try the natural approach.
Well, now I do have a wound where they took the biopsy. Can I put the peroxide right on that?
Yeah, you can put peroxide on it and then follow it with the Miracle 2 gel. You do that several times a day. And then, of course, if you move towards a vegetarian diet and took some supplements, you might solve your problems.
I agree.
This is the least malignant of all the cancers.
Mm-hmm.
It's at the low end of the spectrum. So,
what type of supplements?
Well, I mentioned the mycoceutics, mycoceuticcs, mycoceutics. I mentioned turmeric, but you can't get that. Turmeric, you have to get our tablets because the grocery store is going to radiate it. Turmeric.
Right.
I also mentioned wobenzyme, WOBENZYM, and that you take between meals, 3 twice a day between meals.
Mm-hmm.
And those are some starter products. And then moving towards a vegetarian diet.
Mm-hmm.
I think these are things, along with the Miracle 2 gel. It's called Miracle 2 gel.
Okay.
And hydrogen peroxide. The peroxide you have to get elsewhere. We don't sell that. The other things we have in our office. Okay, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every bathroom in my house has hydrogen peroxide. I mean, people come out and wonder why, but I got it in the powder room. I got it in all the bathrooms. It's something I use constantly.
My husband had like a, it was like a wart, but it wasn't. It was a sore and a scab on the top of his head. And he was in pain. It was really hurting him. And I was listening to your show, and you just told someone to put hydrogen peroxide, so I told him, and he did it every day, twice a day, and it's gone. Just so, and he went to a doctor, and the doctor gave him a salve and said if it doesn't help in a week, go to a dermatologist. But he just kept doing the hydrogen peroxide and it went away.
Look at that. You can send the contribution in the mail. Now, that's great. I'll tell you what I would like you to send is a testimonial letter. You know, write down what you just told me. You know about the Weiner Wellness Week coming up?
Well, we were at the last.
Okay, did you like it?
Yeah, lots of stuff.
Did you try any of the food?
I did. My husband went. I didn't get to go.
Did you like the food?
We didn't get to have any. It was pretty busy.
Okay, well, how about the lectures? Did you listen to any of the classes?
No, he didn't.
What did you do there?
He bought me some Pixanol.
Technologinol, you mean?
Yeah, that's it. He got some magnesium glycinate because he has AFib.
should have gotten Max Carnington too, or
I didn't know that. I wrote
Max
that down when
Carnington,
you were
write that
talking
down.
about
Pick
the
it
80s.
up. Pick it
I
up
did.
during the next song.
I did, yeah.
Okay, great. Well, I'm happy to hear the testimonial. Do what I said, and I think it should help.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot. Let's go to Andrew. Andrew has esophagitis, which means he has a hiatal hernia, and he has acid reflux. Any of this sound familiar?
Yes.
So you want to know what to do? Well, I'll tell you, I just had a patient in today before I came into the studio. His name's Mark. Mark said, you know what? I don't know what you did last time. That was 4 months ago. I don't have any more acid reflux. What I did was what we call the hiatal hernia maneuver. See, the reason you've got acid going into your esophagus and burning your esophagus is because the stomach's in the wrong place. And that's causing the acid to be in the wrong place. So what we need to do is pull the stomach down with our hands, and the flap that separates the stomach from the esophagus will close, and then the contents of your stomach, including the food and the acid, will stay in the stomach.
There's a place for people who want more than just a night out. The best overall casino with live entertainment every weekend. And value restaurants and bars. Rivers Casino Pittsburgh is the experience you've been craving. Celebrate. Only $14.99. Enjoy salmon bun French toast, eggs Benedict, grilled steaks, and so much more. RiversCasino.com for fun details. Gambling problems, call 1-800-GAMBLE.
Hi, I'm Lauren, better known as the Pittsburgh property industry expertise. Buying or selling? Call me today. 412-628-8286 or go to PittsburghPropertyDiva.com. Join me each and every Saturday at 8 a.m. for Talk Diva Live with the Pittsburgh Property Diva.
Lauren Klein is affiliated with Caldwell Banker Real Estate Services.
Pittsburgh Technology Council's Tech Vibe Radio every Friday night at 7, right here on News Radio 1020 KDKA. Join hosts Andre Russo and Jonathan Kirsting and explore the diverse companies and personalities that fuel Pittsburgh's fast-growing technology sector. The Pittsburgh Technology Council's Tech Vibe Radio is sponsored by BuyPittsburgh.com. That's Tech Vibe Radio, Friday nights at 7, right here on News Radio 1020 KDKA.
When Mary arrived for her second visit, she opened the door to my front desk with this huge smile on her face, and then she just started bawling. She finished to tell me that it was the first time in 12 years that she felt relief, and then I started swallowing.
That's Dr. Sean Ritchie, and Mary Dancin is just one of his hundreds of neuropathy success stories.
First one, neuropathy, I can explain it in terms that they feel it. It's like if you sit on your foot and your foot falls asleep, you start to tap it, and it comes back to life. Or their foot never comes back to life. It's always feeling that numbness, that pins and needles, that tingling, and it just never goes away. So Mary comes in, proceed to hear that she's had this for 12 years, up to the point where she was about to go into a walker. So we set her up in a light system, which was about 20 minutes long, and afterwards she already noticed the difference. 2 days later, she's dancing.
To schedule your free consultation, call 724-940-9000 or visit MaryDancin.com.
I'm Dr. Ritchie. Mary Dancin, I want you to be next.
When you're hiring, you don't want to put through dozens of irrelevant resumes. You want an efficient way to get to a short list of qualified candidates. That's why you need Indeed.com. Post a job in minutes. Set up screening questions based on your job requirements. Then zero in on qualified candidates using our intuitive online dashboard. Discover why 3 million businesses use Indeed for hiring. Post a job today at Indeed.com/hire. Search for greatness. Search Indeed. Schultzport.com. 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 It's time to look well naturally.
And now back to a special broadcast of the classic program to the archives of the late natural health expert, Dr. James O'Neill.
Let's go to Mary. She wants to talk about this time. Mary, Dr. Warner.
Yes, I've been having stomach problems. I went to a gastroenterologist, and he prescribed a well, I've been...
It's going to be next week, but I bet you... I'll tell you, I'm going to interrupt you. I bet you prescribe an antacid like the last guy. Nexium for tonics, whenever you have a stomach problem, they want to stop your stomach acid. That's the last thing you want to do, and I'll bet you you're older than 22.
Yes, and what about that prescription for Pylora? Obviously for H. pylori.
No, you can do hydrogen peroxide and kill off H. pylori.
Well, okay. My daughter did some internet searching on peroxide. I have, but I'm a big fan of yours. I know about peroxide. I've been using that. It hasn't seemed to help much.
Well, you may need digestive enzymes. I'd recommend Sabzyme or Probzyme.
I have both of them. Okay.
Are you taking them?
Once in a while I take it.
No, you need to take it every meal. I'll tell you.
I think I do have the Probzyme.
Okay, I just had lunch before I came here. I took 4 Sabzyme.
Okay.
Okay, I take it because I want to digest my food. Yeah, I'm an old man. I'm a senior citizen. I'm on Medicare and Social Security. I just happen to look young. I take the Sabzyme because I want to improve my digestion because I figure, I'm almost 67. I'm probably not digesting my food as well as when I was 27. Okay, so...
Do you take it after every meal?
I take it every meal. I take it during the meal.
All right.
And, if someone thinks they have H. pylori, which is the bacteria that causes stomach ulcers, they need to do dilute peroxide. 1 capful of 3% peroxide mixed with 5 caps of water in a glass lunch.
Okay, you're coming in and out. Should I take the peroxide?
Dilute peroxide, 1 part to 5 water.
Okay, 5 water, all right. Okay, a couple times a day?
Yeah, on an empty stomach between meals.
All right. All right. Well, thank you very much for that prescription that I have. It's not going to be doing any pretty good then.
Well, I don't tell people what to do with prescriptions. I myself do natural approaches.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. Let's go to Richard. Let's talk about post-nasal drip. Richard, you want to talk to Weiner?
Yes, I heard this in January. Terrible post-nasal drip, and the pharmacist recommended I take Usix-DS and Coracine HBP.
Yeah, we're usually treating symptoms, sir. Do you drink milk, cream, cheese, or ice cream?
A little bit.
Eliminate all dairy. Eliminate all cow dairy. Milk, cheese, ice cream, etc. Number 2, have you ever done a nasal wash where you slip warm water up your nose?
Yes.
I would recommend that with some salt water, and then I'd follow it up with dilute peroxide. I would take 1 capful, CAPFUL, of 3% hydrogen peroxide, mix that in a glass with 3 caps of water, and then pour that in the palm of your hand and slip up your nose, because if you have any bacterial viruses, it'll help to kill it off.
Okay.
That's the off dairy. Now, we do have products that can help. I'm going to recommend the ADP. It's called ADP, like Apple Dog Pittsburgh.
Yes.
ADP. I would do 6 a day, divided dose. You can call our office to get the stuff if you don't want to come in. Do you have our office phone number?
I do well. Yes, I do.
You got it. Okay. So do the peroxide, the salt water, then peroxide, cut out the dairy, and get the ADP 6 a day, and then call me back and let me know how you're faring, okay?
I sure will. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Bobby wants to talk about eyes. Bobby, you're on Dr. Weiner.
Yeah, I'd like to enjoy the show.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask you about something I've been getting treated for. I have a dry eye, predominantly in one eye.
Which eye? Which eye? Bobby?
Yes.
Which eye?
It's my right eye.
Okay, do you sleep on your right side?
No, I don't. Sleep on my left side.
You sleep on your left side?
Yeah. And they say it's due to my oil glands above my, right along my eyelashes being clogged with probably like a bacterial, something similar to an acne type problem. And they said that...
Well, we have the dry eye drops from Similison. Dry eye drops in our office that you can use, homeopathic drops. The other thing is you could go to a drugstore and get what's called Collyrium, which is a brand name for boric acid solution for the eyes. B-O-R-I-C, boric acid solution for the eyes. You have to let the pharmacist know you're going to use it in your eye. And then there's a little eye cup, and you can start rinsing your eye, and that will help to get rid of bacteria if you really do have bacteria. I don't know if you do or not. So we have the dry eye drops you can purchase in our office, or call us and we'll send them out. And you can go to a local drugstore and try to get the boric acid solution for the eyes.
How about anything that would unclog those oil glands?
Well, that's a presumption. I don't know if that's true, but I think if you do the boric acid solution for the eyes and you do the Similison dry eye drops, that's going to help your condition.
How do you spell that?
Dry eye drops. The company's name is Similison, S-I-M-I-L-A-S-A-N, Similison. I mean, we'll know that if you call our office. The dry eye drops, and then, of course, the other thing is boric acid solution for the eyes. B is a boy, O-R-I-C. Okay. Boric acid solution for the eyes. That you would get at a drugstore, we don't carry. But you have our phone number to order the Similison drops? 412-922-9355. 412-922-9355. Right?
All right, thanks a lot, Doc.
You're welcome. Mary wants to talk about shingles. Says thoughts on shingles. Mary there?
Yes, I'm here, Dr. Weiner.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the vaccine for shingles?
I'm totally against all vaccines. I had this call on another show today. If you want to avoid shingles, what you want to do is bolster your immune system. And that can be done by doing things like eating a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables, taking our Immunomax, IMMUNOMAX. I don't believe in any of these shots. I think the shots actually can give you diseases because they're full of things like formaldehyde, antifreeze, nail polish remover, mercury, lead, aluminum, aborted human field tissue, and of course you're injecting the body.
I was hesitant to get it, but everybody's telling me to get one.
Well, everybody could be wrong.
Yeah.
and informational purposes only. Listeners are encouraged to consult with their health provider regarding their specific medical issues. It all starts with just one thing. May is Get Caught Reading Month. If you don't have an e-reader, support your local library or consider buying gently used books. Find tips and more at OneThingUS.com. What's your one thing?
Get a house of windows for about $2 a day. Built by WindowNation.com.
The personal injury law firm of Shenderovich and Fishman has your back, not your wallet. Maybe you've heard of these longtime Pittsburghers. Shenderovich and Fishman are dedicated to representing injured people. They handle all types of accidents, whether it's with trucks, cars, at work, even dog bites, accidents involving serious injuries, even death. And there is never a fee unless they win. And they win. In fact, Shenderovich and Fishman, their fee is only 25%. Most other firms charge 40%, so you can do the math. On $1 million settlement, you'll get an additional $150,000 with Shenderovich and Fishman. Call today, 1-888-98-TWINS. That's 888-98-TWINS. Shenderovich and Fishman. They've got your back, not your wallet.
Think fast. In the short time it takes to listen to this message, a small flame can turn into a big fire. Several minutes more, and thick, poisonous smoke may have filled your lungs and reduced your ability to respond. Give it 5, and your entire home may be filled with flames. Don't let your world go up in smoke. Have working smoke alarms and practice an escape plan for you and your loved ones. Learn more at usfa.fema.gov because fire is everyone's fight.
Your home is a big investment, and protecting that investment is a big responsibility. If you live in a condominium or homeowners association, you need to think about how your community association is managed. Is your board knowledgeable? Is your manager trained and certified? Is your investment safe? CAI, Community Associations Institute, has the tools you need to protect your home and community. CAI is a nonprofit organization with resources you need to answer these questions and others you might have about community association management. Everything you need to build a great community. CAI has resources for your association board, professional training for community managers, and free helpful information for homeowners. Learn more at responsiblecommunities.com. What your association does can influence the value of your home and your quality of life. CAI at responsiblecommunities.com.
Look what they did with George Bush. Bill 5, nasty death threats. Well, you didn't hear as much about that. Why? Because the news media, they hated George Bush. So it was okay with them.
cigarettes when I was only 16. Now I have a 16-year-old daughter. That picture of my mother reminds me that I don't want to miss all the things my daughter is going to do in her life, including turning 17.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
It all starts with just one thing. May is Good Car Keeping Month. A well-kept car is more fuel efficient, produces less carbon pollution, and reduces your impact on the environment. Find tips and more at OneThingUS.com. What's your one thing?
Radio.com. The KDKA, the free stage of Pittsburgh, and KDKA Radio. This is the voice of Pittsburgh. News from KDKA Radio now. This is
head to Singapore, after all, to lay groundwork for a U.S.-North Korean summit. This is North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and his South Korean counterpart Moon Jae-in met again today to keep the peace process going between those two countries. Journalist Jason Strutter via Skype from South Korea on this evolving story.
Even though the summit between President Trump and ruler Kim Jong-un has been called off for the moment, the South Korean government has said that it's going to continue to engage North Korea, that it's going to work toward implementing the agreements made between the two leaders back in April. And I think with this surprise summit today, President Moon and Kim Jong-un wanted to show that they're still interested in dialogue.
President Trump has said that the possibility still exists to hold that U.S.-North Korean summit in just over 2 weeks' time. An overwhelming sea change for abortion rights supporters in Ireland.
Votes in favour of the proposal, 1,429,981.
Irish voters overwhelmingly supporting repealing that country's constitutional ban on abortions and having Parliament enact laws that reflect the popular vote. Prime Minister Leo Varadkar.
We voted to look reality in the eye, and we did not blink. And we voted to provide compassion where there was once a cold shoulder, and to offer medical care where we once turned a blind eye.
The lifting of that 1983 amendment that required Irish authorities to defend the lives of a woman and fetus equally would leave Northern Ireland among a small number of places in Europe where almost all abortions are legal. An American prisoner in Venezuela and his wife are being released after 2 years in jail.
I've been dating my husband for 2 years. Consider human beings, but I'm still here. And now my life is threatened. How long do I have to suffer here?
Joshua Holt of Utah and his wife had been jailed on what U.S. officials called false charges. CBS's Carly Edwards says Senator Bob Corker of Tennessee secured their release.
Senator Corker visited Venezuela yesterday and met with President Maduro. And the interesting thing is that this release comes at a time when U.S.-Venezuela relations are very, very tense.
The Holts are expected back in the U.S. later today. The president of the University of Southern California will step down over a sex scandal involving a school gynecologist. It is not clear, though, when CEO Max Nikias will formally resign his post. And this morning, Tropical Storm Watch is up today from the Florida Panhandle to the Mississippi Delta. Subtropical Storm Alberto bringing heavy rainfall already to parts of the Sunshine State. This is CBS News. To prevent and relieve muscle cramps in your legs and feet, use TheraWorks Relief. Get TheraWorks Relief today at select Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid pharmacies or TheraWorksRelief.com. To prevent muscle cramps in your legs and feet, use TheraWorks Relief. This fast-acting foam is clinically proven to relieve leg and foot cramps. Get TheraWorks Relief today at select Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid pharmacies or TheraWorksRelief.com. Ask your pharmacist for a TheraWorks Relief. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. ZipRecruiter posts your job to over 100 job boards with just one click. And then their smart matching technology finds the right candidates. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Do you owe the IRS more than $10,000 in taxes? The government now has tax debt relief programs in place, and you have rights. Call tax representation today. Has the IRS threatened to freeze your bank accounts, take your home, your cars, and garnish your wage? We are the industry experts with negotiating with the IRS, and one of the very few that has an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. We'll contact the IRS the same day, putting a stop to bank levies and wage garnishments. Call 800-295-1046. That's 800-295-1046. What's in your boss's wallet? Here's CBS's Jim Chenevey.
What's the boss taking home in that paycheck? Well, according to the latest figures, the median annual pay package for a CEO of a company listed in the S&P 500 was $11.7 million. That's up 8.5% from last year. The typical CEO makes 164 times the median pay of an employee. The highest paid CEO in this year's report, Hock Tan of Broadcom, who made $103.2 million last year. Jim Chenevey, CBS News.
An Egyptian court has ordered a 1-month suspension for YouTube and other online video sites for sharing a video found to be insulting to the Prophet Muhammad. The Supreme Administrative Court's ruling issued today is final and cannot be appealed. In 2012, that 14-minute video entitled The Innocence of Muslims, which appeared on YouTube, triggered big protests across the Muslim world, including Egypt. Bill Raycom, CBS News.
We're AmeriHealth Caritas. Caritas is a Latin word. It stands for care. For over 35 years, we've been helping low-income families, people with disabilities, and the elderly get the right health care at the right time in the right place. We're committed to
380 Discount Warehouse in Murraysville get you started. They have truckloads coming in every week of your spring favorites. 5 huge greenhouses are full for the season. Yes, with a wide variety of great prices. Flower and vegetable flats from $10.99 and Penn State grass at $1.99 per pound. Visit 380 Discount Warehouse in Murraysville. 380 Discount Warehouse. Open Tuesday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. or 724-339-3132.
Now, here's the unlimited AccuWeather forecast brought to you by DrDoctor.com. Dr. Michael Dr. DC, your natural weight loss and diabetes solution.
Warm and humid this afternoon. A shower with thunderstorm in spots, high 85. A shower with thunderstorm around tonight, low 6. Another warm day tomorrow with a couple of showers in the thunderstorm, high 84. For Memorial Day, a mix of clouds and sun, with a high near 90. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Steve Kravitz on New Radio 1020 KDK.
It's where the left and right unite. It's sort of like the hokey pokey. Well, maybe not that. That's a bad example. Anyway, you're live on the center with Stony Richards on KDK.
We get a little funky with you. How you doing? Welcome to the program. Nice to have you here. As I was looking outside, I have to say, not a good radio day. Because who wants to be listening to radio? You're outside. You're driving. You're getting ready for Memorial Day weekend. You have festivities. You are remembering what Memorial Day is all about. There's so many things going on. And if somebody told me a month ago that this is the kind of weather we would have on Memorial Day weekend, I'd say get out of here and don't let the door hit you on your way out. It's beautiful. I guess 87 will be the high today. It's terrific. And on a day like today, I'm thinking of this coming into work today. On a day like today, what is worse than having to sit at a traffic light? You know, you got the windows open or the top down, and it's 80-some degrees outside, the radio is blaring, and you're flying along, and then you got to sit there for, if you're on McKnight Road, could be hours, waiting for the light to change. Oh, my gosh. Anyway, we've been blessed with a beautiful weekend, all weekend, maybe some storms later on today, but it should not be, hopefully, knock on whatever this is made out of, good, you know, it should not be too bad for most areas. So if that changes, we'll bring you up to date on it for sure. Lots to talk about today. It's been a very interesting week, and there's a lot of things coming up later on in the program during the course of the show. I'll be talking with Jennifer Tober and Alan Irvine. We'll be talking about Pittsburgh Shakespeare in the Parks, getting ready for another season, 14 years of free Shakespeare in our parks, starting in September, rehearsal starting in August, and plenty of things going on that will help raise funds for this. They have raised tons of money, but there's always some sort of events that are fun for people who like theater, who like Shakespeare, who just want to get out and have a few drinks and have some fun. So there's always things going on. There's something coming up this coming Monday that you may be interested in. And Jen's going to give us a little history of Pittsburgh Shakespeare in the Parks, which has been so great, and I've had such a grand time with these people. And Alan Irvine, who directed the last production of Henry V, and this year it's going to be Two Gentlemen of Verona. We'll talk about that. Later on after them, in the 4 o'clock hour, Ed Travisari is going to call us. Brian Wilson's coming to town. The Beach Boys, not the Beach Boys, but Brian Wilson, the guy. And tickets are on sale, and he's going to talk about that and just perhaps what he had to go through to book Brian Wilson. And then in the 5 o'clock hour, since this is the beginning of Memorial Day weekend, I'm going to be talking with Lieutenant General Ron Christmas about Lance Corporal Jimmy Reddington, a Marine who served in Vietnam. And he earned 12 medals, including 2 Purple Hearts there. And they're having a rather big to-do in his hometown of Scranton. And it is a story that we will have Lieutenant General Ron Christmas on, talking about the story of what Jimmy Reddington represents to all of us who remember Memorial Day, and how important this is. So we'll be talking with
the general in the 5 o'clock hour. Lieutenant General Christmas is a retired USMC, as his family is from Scranton. He also fought in the 2nd Battalion, 5th Marines. Just so you know, it was while leading H Company of 2nd Battalion, 5th Marines, Lieutenant General Christmas earned his Navy Cross in the battle for Way City less than a year after Jimmy's death. Also, it was Jimmy's Echo Company of the same battalion that was immortalized in the movie Full Metal Jacket. If you are a fan of movies, if you've seen that excellent film, that's what that story is all about. But we want to talk about Lance Corporal Jimmy Reddington with all these titles with Lieutenant General Ron Christmas, and we'll be doing that in the 5 o'clock hour. So lots to talk about, lots to do, and of course your comments, your calls, your thoughts about everything and anything that is important to you as it comes to you. I'm not interested in arguing with you. I'm not interested in convincing you to another way of thought. But we are interested in getting your thoughts out on the air so the audience can share their feelings with your thoughts as well on whatever it is. It's Memorial Day weekend. Certainly we have a lot to talk about with that, but there's so much that happened this past week that you may want to chime in on. Feel free to do that at any time. Obviously, when I'm doing those interviews with that, I do want to talk to those people, but we can go back to whatever it is that you want to talk about at that particular time. We don't stack the calls in any favor. We'll just talk to this guy. We'll just talk about this. We don't do it that way. Mike is going to take care of you in the studio. So call as you wish, and we'll take care of you. 866-391-1020 is the number. You can call that number, or if you wish, it's fast. You can text to that number, and we get the messages. So I see them, I read them. Many times I don't get a chance to read them all on the air, but I try to. And if you want to send an email, Dollar Bank Instant Access is available to you at kdkaradio.com. We do this every Saturday afternoon from 2 until 6, and I love doing it. It's my chance to, just kind of sit down with y'all and tell stories and hear your stories, and that's what talk radio to me is all about. You'll be hearing a lot from me Monday. I'm in for Mike on Memorial Day, Monday. I'll be in for Mike Pintek, and then Thursday and Friday in for Marty from 9 to noon on Thursday and Friday of this coming week. So I'll be spending lots of time here with you here at News Radio 1020 KDKA. One thing, I always give you enough time to air what it is that you want to say. Just know that many times, and I don't cut people off unless you say something so ridiculous that, there's no sense in going forward. But even then, I'm going to just say, we're done here. But we do have to break for commercials. When we have commercials, that's when we break. And that's a hard rule. So if both of you and I are going on and on and on about something, and I look at the clock, or Mike, our producer, says, hey, dump it. We got to go to commercials. We got to go to commercials. So many times I will say, hey, I'm out of time. Great point. Got to go to commercials. And that's the deal. They're always welcome to hang on if you want. But usually we can get our conversations done in a few minutes that we have in time. So that's how we do it here. That's pretty much the ground game for the show. Mike will take the calls and get you all set up. I was going to ask where you're calling from. I do want to talk about something. There's a lot of things that I want to talk about having to do with Memorial Day and the Memorial Day weekend, and something that I came across not too long ago. I think we talked about this last year on Memorial Day again, and it's a nice tradition that I want to keep going as long as we can on KDKA. We're going to take a break. 866-391-1020. Call, and you can text to that as well. We got somebody waiting. We'll get some more of your calls. And if you want to send an email, I'll get that up here in a second. Dollar Bank Instant Access is kdkaradio.com. You can listen anywhere you want to be. Go to radio.com. You find all the radio stations. Click on KDKA. Boom. You're linked in. Let's take a break.
Where the news never stops. News Radio 1020 KDKA.
This is Pittsburgh, covered by UPMC. They say when you find something you're good at, stick with it. At Mutual of Omaha, our something is listening. And we've been at it for more than 100 years. To us,
listening is a sign of respect. And as a mutual company, we listen only to our customers. Not to Wall Street, not to outside shareholders. We listen to you. And not the waiting for our turn to speak kind of way, but really listening. Only then, with an understanding of your wants and needs, can we recommend the insurance solution that's right for you. So, if you're looking to protect your loved ones, enhance your Medicare coverage, or help your employees with financial security, we'd love to hear from you. Give us a call at 800-49-BEGIN or find an agent at mutualofomaha.com. Okay, that's probably enough talking. Time to get back to listening. Mutual of Omaha. We begin by listening. Mutual of Omaha Insurance Company and its affiliates, Omaha, Nebraska. In Washington and Oregon, agent means producer.
Dr. Andrew Szabo, the Butler Health System, with the story of a remarkable recovery.
Joe's never the kind to be still for long. A hernia can stop that in a hurry. The technology we use makes surgery less invasive, and that makes recovery less challenging. That's a big investment for a community hospital. But then again, we're not the average community hospital.
At Butler Health System, we know what it takes to provide the very best of care, but more importantly, we know why we have to.
Jefferson Memorial Park invites you to join them on Monday, May 28th for their Memorial Day celebration beginning at 11 a.m. in the Veterans section at the Oak Knoll. Hear the Thomas Jefferson High School Band and Choir and vocal Jen Borowski. The American Legion and American Legion Riders will be there, as well as local Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts. Jefferson Memorial Park is proud to honor and remember those who died serving our great country. For more information, call 412-655-4500.
Larry, you know how sometimes you walk into someone's home and you just know, something's not right. Something just doesn't smell quite right. Well, you know what? It's probably their carpets.
Yeah, something's like funny lunch meat. Oh, I get it. And you and I have been espousing the virtues of zero-res carpet care, and right now, starting at just $129, you can get 3 rooms zero-resified.
You know the bacteria and allergens, especially this time of year, they're building up in your carpeting, and you know what? You just don't have healthy indoor air, but with zero-res, you can.
And you can get your vents cleaned, right? There's a special offer, but it ends this month.
That's right. You'll save $50 when you get your air ducts zero-res clean, so all you have to do is give them a call. And Larry, what's that number?
412-701-1188, 701-1188.
Or online at zerorespgh.com.
You're good. An official message for Pennsylvania for Medicare.
Hey, did you hear the big Medicare news?
We're all getting new cards with unique Medicare numbers to protect our identity.
They come in the mail automatically. No need to do anything.
And when your new card arrives, you can use it right away.
Visit Medicare.gov/newcard to see when they're mailing to your area. Or call 1-800-MEDICARE. That's Medicare.gov/newcard. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Lefties and righties unite. It's live from the center with Tony Richards on KDKA.
Saturday afternoon, developing. Yeah, we had a Weiner today. Dr. Honigman was out, and I was surprised as you to hear Dr. Weiner, who passed away since almost 6 months ago now, Christmas time this past year, to hear him back on the air. But he was always so good, and he was always so much fun to listen to that we have some of those shows. So from time to time, those shows have been archived, and we do play them back. It was kind of nice to hear his voice again, you know? Welcome to the program. Our number's here, 866-391-1020. You can call or you can text to it. Dollar Bank Instant Access, always available to you for emails, kdkaradio.com. This happened probably about 3 years ago. I mean, we had the Veterans Cemetery in Allegheny here. I was at a funeral last year at Arlington National Cemetery for my wife's uncle, who has served in the military in World War II. Passed away at 93 and was given a hero's burial at Arlington National Cemetery, which was just amazing. I mean, I've been to Arlington before. I I'd never been there for a funeral of a loved one, and I mean, they do it up right. It was so humble, so wonderful, and so moving, and every detail was taken care of. It was wonderful. But a few years before that, about 3 years ago, I was back in Los Angeles again, and I had gone for a run. We were not far from Westwood, which is where the Veterans Memorial Cemetery is for veterans in Westwood. And again, big, sprawling, huge cemetery full of veterans from all the wars. And it is a beautiful place. It really is. And I've never been in there, and I had some time, and I walked through, and there's just something stunning about those places that remember our veterans that you tend to talk and noise. But there is a chapel there that has been, I guess it's been there prior, but it was refurbished, taken over, and really made even more beautiful by Bob Hope, who just did so many things with the USO for our veterans way back to World War II, and built quite a nice fan base while he was at it. But he was always very faithful to our veterans and never forgot them. And so outside of the chapel, there are a series of plaques, and maybe a dozen, maybe more. But I kind of glanced at one, and I looked at another, and I started reading. And I don't know if you've ever heard this, many of you, if you are veterans, or if you've lost loved ones in wars, probably know the bivouac of the dead. But it is an absolutely wonderful piece that is on the plaques outside of this chapel. And as I was standing there, I thought, wow, this is just, you're standing in front of living history, for one thing. And the other thing is that you just want to do something to commemorate what you're seeing. All these fallen men and women. It really is amazing to see and hear what goes on. And outside of the cemetery, as is true with any cemetery, traffic, buses coming by, horns and all. It really is an amazing place to be. And so I stood out there it took me a while. It took me a while to stand out there and read this bivouac of the dead, because it goes on, and I had never seen that. I had never heard that read before up until that time. So, for whatever reason, but there it was. So I read it, and I always like to, on Memorial Day, like to bring this back to you. So, if you will, a little bit of the bivouac of the dead here on KDKA. The muffled drum's sad roll has beat the soldier's last tattoo. No more on life's parade shall meet that brave and fallen few. On fame's eternal camping ground, their silent tents are spread, and glory guards with solemn round the bivouac of the dead. No rumor of the foe's advance now swells upon the wind, nor troubled thought of midnight haunts and loved ones left behind. No vision of the morrow's strife, the warriors dream alarms. No braying horn nor screaming fife, and dawn shall call to arms. Their shriveled swords are red with rust, their plumed heads are bowed, and haughty banners trail in dust is now their mournful shroud. And plenteous funeral tears have washed the red stains from each brow. Proud thorns by battle gashed are free from anguish now. Nay, in truth, the flashing blade, the bugle's stirring blast, the charge, the cannonade, the demon shout are past. War's wild note nor glory's peal shall thrill with fierce delight those breasts that nevermore may feel the rapture of the fight. Like the fierce northern hurricane that sweeps the great plateau, flushed with the triumph yet to gain, came down the serried foe, and heard the thunder of the fray break o'er the field beneath. the gory tide. Not long our stubborn chieftain knew, such odds his strength could bide. 'Twas in that hour his stern command called to a martyr's grave the flower of his beloved land, the nation's flag to save. By rivers of their father's gore, his firstborn laurels grew, and well he deemed the sons would pour their lives for glory too. Sons of the dark and bloody ground, ye must not stir there, where strangers' steps and pugnees resound along the heedless air. Your own proud land's heroic soil shall be your fit grave. From war, whose riches spoil the ashes of her brave. Rest on, embalmed and sainted dead, dear as the blood ye gave. No envious footstep shall here tread the herbage of your grave, nor shall your glory be forgot. While fame her record keeps, where honor points the hallowed spot. Yon marble minstrel's voiceless tone in deathless song shall tell, when many a vanquished ago has flown, the still no wreck and change, nor winter's blight, nor time's remorseless doom shall dim one ray of glory's light that gilds your deathless tomb. It's an amazing piece of work, and it's at the National Cemetery and probably in other cemeteries as well, for many of our heroes lie resting. It's called the Bivouac of the Dead. A fellow I used to call all the time, Dennis Ramone, and I shed a couple of tears the first time I read that, and I said, and Dennis is such a every Memorial Day, I want to read that, and we'll do it again on the 4th of July, because it's just one of those things, and if you have those in your family that have gone on, or you yourself remember your time in the service, this is Memorial Day, and this is the Memorial Day weekend in which we honor those who gave their lives for their country. It's not a sale of mattresses or cars or markdowns and barbecues. It's a weekend to remember those who gave so much. Some gave all, as Billy Ray Cyrus once said. Take a break here. News Radio 1020. It's KDKA.
Has an assessment appeal by your local school district? Or have you received a notice of assessment change? If you've received either notice, your real estate taxes can increase significantly. The law firm of Butte, Bevington & Nichols can help. They're the law firm lawyers call for their appeals. They're uniquely qualified to handle real estate tax appeals because they're also licensed real estate brokers and agents. And they own a real estate agency called Pittsburgh Real Estate. So if your residential or commercial property has a notice of assessment appeal for a change in ID or action county, action about it. Call the real estate attorney. This is Bevington & Nichols. 412-611-5540. Or click BOOTAY, Bevington.com. BJ Bevington & Nichols, representing clients throughout Western PA.
Listen to the Pittsburgh Technology Council's Tech Vibe Radio every Friday night at 7, right here on News Radio 1020 KDKA. Join hosts Audrey Russo and Jonathan Kirsten and explore the diverse companies and personalities that fuel Pittsburgh's fast-growing technology sector. The Pittsburgh Technology Council's Tech Vibe Radio is sponsored by FlyPittsburgh.com. That's Tech Vibe Radio, Friday nights at 7 right here on News Radio 1020 KDKA.
Greg Wolfley here. Through this month at Wright Buick GMC, purchase the 2018 Sierra Denali Double Cab for $11,000 off the MSRP. The Memorial Day sale is going on now, and with over 90 years of customer satisfaction, believe me, you can't go wrong when you choose right. Visit us in Wexford, Route 19, or online at WrightGMCBuick.com. GMC, we are professional grade. Must find through GM Financial.
Call 412-DOCTORS 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. Monday through Friday to schedule your same-day specialty and primary care appointments from Allegheny Health Network.
There's only 70 inches of above normal rainfall gets me credit for what happened on Route 30.
Only one station for breaking news.
Hartford is absolutely saturated. We had 3 new slides just pop up. Some of them are in places where we normally don't even see slides.
When getting the story counts, Pittsburgh counts on KDKA Radio.
The road was already sagging. Engineers have what they think is a good design for repairing and restoring Route 30.
There's only one voice of Pittsburgh. News Radio 1020 KDKA. From the Chapin Luhana Law Firm Studios, this is the voice of Pittsburgh. News from KDKA Radio now.
CBS News update. The June 12th summit between President Trump and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un isn't dead after all, but it's far from a done deal. Administration officials will travel to Singapore this weekend to continue advance work for the meeting just 48 hours after Mr. Trump called it all off. CBS's Mola Lenghi says the tone between the two countries has moderated in the past 2 days.
In the public statements between President Trump and the North Koreans, the president commending the North Korean regime yesterday for what he described as a very nice statement that they put out after the president sent them that letter on Thursday canceling the meeting.
Meanwhile, a summit today between the leaders of the Koreas as they try to reach a peace deal. Korean expert Gordon Chang.
Moon Jae-in is very sympathetic to the North. He's trying to amend the South Korean constitution as a means of formal unification. We all have to be concerned about where South Korea is in these discussions.
The meeting took place at the DMZ. CBS News Update, I'm Bill Raycott.
Hit with a serious injury through no fault of your own? Then get back with over 70 years of combined legal experience on your side. Call 1-800-I-GOT-HIT. Pittsburgh Serious Accident Lawyers. Seriously injured? Call 1-800-I-GOT-HIT today.
Springtime in Pittsburgh, and if you hate to paint, do what your neighbor Terry did. He called Rhino Shield.
I got a log home, and every 3 years I'd have to stain it, and it would cost me around pretty close to $1,000 each time.
Rhino Shield. It's not paint, it's better.
A friend of mine heard about Rhino Shield. He had it done to his aluminum siding, and he said I should give him a call.
Get the 25-year guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield right now for 15% off the regular price.
I've had a couple people stop by and ask me about it. I would say that the best thing that you could do is have the Rhino Shield put on because of the excellent warranty that they offer. I have no complaints about it at all.
Here's Rhino Shield's Dan Hoey.
This offer is limited, so call 844-RHINO-88. 844-RHINO-88. Don't pay on vinyl. Oh, Rhino.
Hey everyone, it's Matt. You know, there's a party going on Federal Street right outside of PNC Park. It's kind of like, you know, the tailgate parties for the football games. Well, it's happening right here, and there are a lot of people who are getting ready to go into the game. But you know what? This is a party that is so much fun. Even if you're not planning to go in, you still want to come on by and be a part of it. The Pirates are set up out here. Sports Tips is here. We're playing Bago. We've got some prizes for you to sign up for. We're doing a giveaway. How about this? Register to win a pair of tickets. Upcoming Pirates game. All you have to do, sign up. It's that easy. Name, phone, and you're in. It's Federal Street, right outside of PNC Park. Before the Pirates take on the Cardinals. First pitch set for 4:05. I'm Angelo, News Radio 1020, KDKA.
Summer Starts Here event is on at Bob Massey Toyota in North Huntington. Up to $1,500 cash back and 1.9% up to 72 months on select models. And everyone saves. Browse the inventory online and apply for financing today. Test drive the newly redesigned 2018 Camry or the complete line of 2018 Toyota models. Now is the time. Summer Starts Here event is on. Stop today or visit BobMassey.com or call 724-515-2220. Be treated the way you deserve at Bob Massey Toyota.
Now, here's the Opposite Thank You Other Podcast brought to you by DrDoctor.com. Dr. Michael Dr. DC, your natural weight loss and diabetes solution.
Mix of clouds and sun this afternoon, warm and more humid with a shower or thunderstorm spots, high to 85. Mainly cloudy tonight with a shower or thunderstorm, low 60. Tomorrow, see clouds and some sun with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm, still warm and humid, high 84. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Steve Travis on News Radio 1020 KDKA. Memorial Day 2018, we will remember those who have served and paid the price, and those who continue to serve. Plus, we'll talk about the Steelers and what's going on with their OTAs, the national anthem, and looking forward with Ed Bouchette.
Thank you, John. And with this listening. Hi. Stony Richards here with you, live from the center. News Radio 1020 KDKA this Saturday afternoon. It's Memorial Day weekend. So many memories, I think, for a lot of people. As they stand in line, the smell of sun grease and the baby station. He's there to help them all that he can, to make them feel wanted. He's a good holy man. Eric Burden and the Animals and Highway. I don't know if you remember that song. It was a great song. 60, I want to say 67, 68, something like that. And there's a long version of that song. I have it on it iTunes where I buy my music, and I had forgotten about the song, and I realized I love that song. It's such a wonderful, there's such wonderful lyrics in the whole song. It's a long song. There's a long version of it that radio didn't often play back in the 60s, unless you were on an FM station, which was kind of an FM station. Looking at each other with the protests that were going on, with people burning their draft cards, with people that we knew getting killed in Vietnam, with world leaders getting shot and killed, Bobby Kennedy, Martin Luther King, having come off the assassination of the president in 1963. 1968 was a crazy, crazy year in the Democratic Convention in Chicago. And Martin Luther King giving his speeches, and oh my God, so many things happened in that year. And I think we all at that time looked around and said, what is happening in America? It's coming apart at the seams. Students are protesting. They're setting things on fire on campuses. Women are burning their bras. There's all kinds of, everywhere you look is a protest. The president is in deep trouble. Lyndon Johnson, the bombings in North Vietnam that were going on in Cambodia, in Laos, and thousands of American boys being killed overseas in this undeclared war that people were being drafted into that didn't want to have anything to do with that war, being drafted into the army. There was unrest everywhere you looked. And even on college campuses, students were arguing with their professors. We were coming home and arguing with our parents. People were just not, we were not happy campers. And it seemed like that the country was in trouble, that how can this happen? And maybe it got worse in 69, maybe continued through the 70s, and here we still are. So that's why, it's good to know history. Hindsight is foresight, and all the other sayings that go along with that. But when you see stuff that's going on today and people say, oh, this is terrible, there's such unrest, and people are so unhappy and angry. We've been there before. We've been angry before. There's been unrest before. There's been protests. There's been people going to jail, going to prison, relined up. Nevertheless, I'm going to watch that special tomorrow. arguing about that. Men growing their hair long, guys just, tattooing their bodies, and women walking around half naked or topless. Drugs everywhere. It really, with no holds barred. Everything was out there. You had the Chicago 7. You had Abby Hoffman, who wrote a book called Steal the Book. Anything that could be turned upside down was, and of course, it all marched to the music of the time. Even radio was undergoing because up until that time, really, that was more of 67, but by 68, FM radio, it was ruling the airwaves. I mean, it was always top 40 radio on AM, Groovy Groovy, and 13Q, and WABC, and CKLW, and KHJ, and all the great radio stations, WRKO, throughout America were on AM. Everybody listened to the AM radio stations, and everybody knew the DJs. There were stars, and it was big music, and the Beatles had completely changed from the four mop tops from Liverpool to what they became, and they had come down from the mountain with the Maharishi, what was his name? Man, I forget. The White Album, Sgt. Pepper's was out. Oh my gosh, all this stuff was going on. Charles Manson. All these things were going on in America, and there was an underground that's what FM radio really grabbed at, because you had all these guys that talked like this. And I remember there was a station in Cleveland. This was later in the 70s. I lived in Cleveland, 71, something like that. And there was an underground station, as we used to call them back in those days, WMMS. And they were a great radio station. There was WAVX in Detroit. There was, I guess, DDE here in those days. There was KMET in Los Angeles. All over the country, there were these marvelous FM radio underground stations. But I remember WMMS because it was so counterculture. There was a guy that did middays there. His name, the guy who did middays there his name was Tree. He had no last name. I don't even know if that was his first name, but they never gave the time. They never did anything that was normally done on AM radio. They never gave the weather forecast or anything like that. They just played Eric Burden and the Animals. This is Tree on MMS. And that's how they talked. And then he was following the afternoon drive guy was a guy by the name of Billy Bass. B-A-S-S, Bass. Billy Bass, who became a record executive, but he was a cool guy, and you could almost feel his afro on the air. He said, "This is Billy Bass, and we're gonna play some." And then he'd get real cool, and he'd play some jazzy stuff in the afternoon. Oh, it was a, and then they played some obscure blues and jazz stuff that was like, what is this? But you felt like you were just so cool listening to this crap at the time. Times change. So Tony Richards here. We're going to take a break. We're live from the center. It's News Radio 1020 KDKA.
Now you can see more performances on video. Free stars, pop stars, sports stars, people making news. It's the coolest radio theater in the Burbs, the Bowser Nissan Theater. That's right, we said Radio Theater. Experience our state-of-the-art facility. You guys are really cool. Go to KDKRadio.com/theater.
We know saving money is important to you. With Rite Aid's Wellness Plus rewards, you get savings on top of savings. Get big values from our circular on things you buy today, plus Wellness Plus bonus cash you earn and then use on things you need tomorrow. Get 3 Pepsi Product 12 packs for just $9.99 with an additional $1 in Wellness Plus bonus cash, plus 2-day doorbuster savings on Sunday and Monday of Memorial Day weekend. Save big at Rite Aid when you buy, earn, and use your Wellness Plus bonus cash. Wellness Plus card required. Offer valid through May 26th. See RiteAid.com for details.
Are you considering a spring or summer cleaning project for your home or business? Since 1981, ServiceMaster Greater Pittsburgh has provided specialized, detailed cleaning for homes and commercial properties. All surfaces can be cleaned, sanitized, deodorized with a customized plan. From carpet and floor maintenance to wall and ceiling cleaning, from warehouse cleaning to medical facilities. ServiceMaster Greater Pittsburgh is the right call to make. Call us at 412-866-1010 to discuss a customized plan. Or look us up at ServiceMasterGreaterPGH.com. ServiceMaster Greater Pittsburgh is the best call to make for all your cleaning needs. You don't become a good listener overnight. It takes practice. For more than 100 years, we at Mutual of Omaha have been listening to our customers. Not to Wall Street, not to outside shareholders. We listen to you. In that time, we've learned that behind every conversation we have about insurance lies something much bigger. The hopes and dreams of our customers. And we love to hear about them. Because we know it's bigger than life insurance. It's about planning for your family's future. It's about more than employee benefits. It's the opportunity to help you build the business you've always dreamed of. And it's beyond Medicare supplement insurance. It's about giving you the confidence to live life to the fullest. That's why we listen, because it's not about us. It's about you. So give us a call at 800-49-BEGIN or find an agent at mutualofomaha.com. Mutual of Omaha. We begin by listening. Mutual of Omaha Insurance Company and its affiliates, Omaha, Nebraska.
Last season, Jamison Tyone was diagnosed with testicular cancer. So we looked to a team of cancer specialists at Allegheny Health Network. Just 5 weeks later, he celebrated a sweet victory alongside so many other survivors in Western PA. Because when you play together, you win together. Seeing the same doctors the pros do is living proof. The official medical provider of the Pittsburgh Pirates is Allegheny Health Network. To schedule an appointment, call 412-DOCTORS.
Pittsburgh is beautiful. So beautiful that I started Pittsburgh Beautiful on Facebook and PittsburghBeautiful.com with almost 200,000 followers. They both reach 500,000 people a week. I'm Chris Klein, founder of Pittsburgh Beautiful. And if you have a business or event that needs to reach over 500,000 people a week on the most engaged Facebook page in Pittsburgh, then call me at 412-805-7236 or message me on Facebook.com/PittsburghBeautiful.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
No doubt about it, there's a party going on right here. And where's here? Federal Street, right outside of PNC Park. The Pirates getting ready to take